Good morning. It's about 7:26 right now, and I'm about to get started on putting like rust like texture on these pieces right here. Jacoby was already over, by the way, who's my only subscriber right now besides myself. Anyway, he came over and he put it on these pieces, and I've kind of started doing the Springtrap green, I guess. I don't. It's an olive color. So put that back. Um, Ready to go. I got my coffee this morning. Slightly hot, but really good. Yet in repping my house. So not super difficult to make this. Actually, it's been kind of an experimental process because I wasn't entirely sure how to make the rust. So I kind of came up with this idea that if you mix glue and sand and paint it on around these edges and stuff like that, then it would give it kind of that rust, like that old rust feel and look to it, which I thought was really important than just drumming it out and then just painting over it. Yeah, so it's not exactly a science to it. I just open up go to your local Walmart, get a giant jug of glue. You just open it and pour. Not a lot. You don't need a lot. But I'm using the bucket because I don't have a smaller one. Okay, that should be good. There we go. Put this down here. Next, I already got into it, but it doesn't need to be green, but I guess since he is kind of green, it helps out with painting. So if I miss like a crevice, it doesn't show up so much. But open this without getting sand everywhere. Here. Here. I don't even know if you can see that. Oh, it's just sand. So I'm just gonna start adding it and mixing it. Actually, I probably need a stick. Let me go get a stick. Boom. Stick. So just turn this way and let's start mixing. You don't want to do too much and you don't want to do too little. You don't want too thick and you don't want too runny, and obviously you want to get some. I don't even know if you'll be able to see this. You'll have to take my word for it. Yeah, right now, too bright for you to see. Yeah, it's kind of green. Not super thick. I might need to block out that camera so you can see the detail. Not the camera, the light might be too bright. Boom. That might be better. Less lighting, but like you might actually be able to see what I'm doing. We're still too bright. Wait. Yeah. As you can see, it's dripping. I need to get a better camera. I apologize for that. Okay, we're starting to get there. See how it's kind of chunky, I guess. It's a hard texture to pick up on camera. Essentially, I'm inventing a gritty slime. Not a sparkly slime. It's a gritty slime. Not crunchy, just gritty. It's like if you want to make slime at the beach. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's kind of weird. The sand almost doesn't even want to mix into it. It's almost kind of like hydrophobic, but yeah, it's getting kind of more goopy, less runny. That's what you want your ramen to really stick into those places. Yeah, you want big globby drips. So this might be the last round of sand. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. And always, it's totally a possibility that if you add too much sand, you can just add more glue and just don't play a game of tag with it. Sorry. Here, you want a bottom view? Okay. Let me see if I get it on the bottom so you can see it. It's like cement consistency, I guess is what you're going for. Gosh, and you might even need a little bit more, like it's always room for improvement. Okay, that's much better. Do it in front of my face so you can see it better. Yeah. Okay. Just kind of wipe your glue stick off on the inside. Don't want to waste that precious glue. Set it aside somewhere you don't get glue on everything. I'm just going to take this paintbrush and apply it. It's just kind of like a little kid, like round, bristled paintbrush, and I'm just going to use it to apply to these pieces. I'm going to apply it over here just because it sometimes might drip and I don't want to get it on this table itself. And so it drips on the one I prepared, the surface. Here. You don't want to get a healthy dose and it won't want to stick to your paintbrush. So you gotta really like get some on there. It might help if you can put it over your bucket. You're gonna really want to work it in there because it's not gonna want to stick because of the sand. At first, when I tried this, I was like, okay, this is probably This is probably not going to work because it just wasn't wanting to stick, but the more I just try to work with it, the more I wanted to actually do what I wanted to do. And to be truthful, I think I added too much sand. It was a little thick. Yeah, after this one, I think I'm going to add some more glue. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but just kind of glooped around these edges. And the white will dry clear because it's just Elmer's glue. Oops, I need to add some more. Yeah, no, I highly recommend buying. Oh, sorry. Shake the camera real quick. Oh, we've got lots of lighting now. I shook the little cloth off. So, I highly recommend going and stopping at your local Walmart and picking up one of these. Not sponsored. Wish I was, but I'm not. It was only like $8 for an entire gallon of glue. And so, if you work a lot with, like, I guess if you want to do a lot of these sand applications, or if you do a lot of, what's the word, paper mache, then this is one heck of a deal. So, go and pick yourself up some school glue and have fun. If anything, just make a bunch of slime with it. Stir stick. Perfect. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be better. I was overzealous. Okay, let's continue on. Hopefully I'll just finish this one because we're already running at 12 minutes. And I'm sure that can be very, very tedious to watch. It's just me, and you can't see anything. I'm just moving the paintbrush. For all you know, I'm probably not even doing anything. I guess you'll just have to come see it in person at Cedar Rapids Comic Con. Oh yeah. So, pro tip. This works much better, so don't add, if it's not wanting to paint on, just add a little bit more glue. It'll liquid it out a bit. So directly after this video, I'll probably go into some other one. I'm not sure what. I might edit. I did a video of me setting up my new clothing rack, and that one actually needed to be edited, like cut, because it was just me putting up a closet and I wanted to fast forward through the boring parts, and as far as I know, you can't do that on YouTube when you upload it, so I need to find a good editor and edit those and put them up. Yeah, so technique-wise on this, like most of Springtrap, there is no rhyme or reason. I mean, there's a reason, because, rust happens, there's a rusted out parts, but it's random. The nature of rust is almost it's not a completely random pattern, but it doesn't have a super set structure. So we're going for I don't even know. It's random. Oh, keep a towel nearby. I can wipe my hands on my table because I put a tarp down, or put newspapers down or something. Just protect your work surface. Even if you only have kind of like a cheap work table, or maybe it's just an old card table or something, or you gotta protect your belongings. So make sure you put down a drop cloth or something, newspaper, plastic sheeting. If you go to an office supply store or something, or I think even Walmart carries it, you can get like big rolls of paper. And so professional shops will put a spool on the end of their table, and all they have to do is grab a sheet, pull it across the table, and then put a couple pieces of tape on the edge down. And it'll protect the surface, and when they're done, they can literally just cut it and then take that piece off, throw it away. And it's kind of a cool idea. I don't have enough space here, and so it's just easier for me to set down a tarp on one of my tables and go nuts. Now, we're almost done here. I got one or two of those little divots left, and then after that I might put a little few pieces on the flat parts. Again, rust, random nature. Yeah, this is the original one I started doing, and then with the thick, too much sand glue, and as you can see, this goes on, well, as you can probably not see, this is going on much smoother than the previous go. On the edges you can see the texture. I'm going to go on and just kind of hit some random points. Hopefully that'll show up through the paint. I mean, it doesn't have to. Again, it's random. No, that looks pretty dope. I guess you'll have to take my word for it. I don't know if even putting it against my shirt will. And I got glue under my arm. Good job. Maybe. Nah. Set this little bugger aside to dry. And wish me luck. I've got the rest of these. I'm probably just going to watch some anime or some YouTube or something like that. Finish those up today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, until next time, this has been Iron Pyrite Cosplay, flying by the seat of his pants. See ya.